Hello folks, Jared from ToughPigs here, doing a video review. I haven't done one of these in a very, very long time. Today I'm reviewing, look, I think they're called Blokees, okay? I think they're called Blokees. The thing is, I'm Australian, and we call everyone bloke. So everything in me, everything in this Aussie body of mine wants to say Blokees, but I believe it's Blokees. These were something we got a look at Toy Fair just a few months ago, and I've been looking everywhere for them. So I have purchased some. I found them in a shop called Mini So, and I've bought, who have I got? I know, it said Oscar the Grouch. That's not Oscar, that's my best friend, Cookie Monster. And I also bought Big Bird. I also bought Elmo and Cadabby. But as you can see, they're empty because I've already made those two. I wanted to just get a feel for them before I started this, and more so I could figure out what I was doing. Granted, I probably could have done that on camera, but you didn't need to see me going and trying to figure things out. So let's take a look at Elmo and Abby first, shall we? So Abby was the first one I did. Love of my life, Abby Cadabby, one of my favourite characters that's ever existed in anything ever. So what happens is they come completely separated. I've got a photo here you can see. They come completely separated. They also come with a little disc that has a QR code on the back that I believe takes you to their Facebook page. And they also come with instructions. Now, I will tell you, these instructions are very important to follow because I am a man and just think I can do things without looking at instructions, and it took me far too long to make this. Everything goes in its place for a reason. I had her torso the wrong way around, and so that meant that this part of her dress didn't click in properly, and then her arm was poking out. It was the whole thing. So let me give you a quick bit of, first impressions before I cut and start to open the other two. Firstly, with Abby Cadabby, I love it. I think it's wonderful. What I really love is Abby's got suction cups so that you can sort of stick her to anywhere. I was going to stick her here for the video, but that's paint, and suction cup doesn't go to paint. Also, we'll go to her feet. So basically, she will sit anywhere. That said, she stands perfectly well. You can't see it, but she's standing up. Hang on. There she is. Oh, there's Elmo. We'll get to him in a moment. It's good. All the joints, so she's fully articulated. She's articulated enough. She can put her hand down there. She's got a magic wand that can also come out. I can't think of any funny things right now about spells, so my apologies. So I like Abby. I think Abby is really, really well made. Yeah, she's a lot of fun. I have some more mixed feelings on Elmo. Now, far easier to put together. Granted, I was reading the instructions and I'd already done Abby, so maybe that was it. But Elmo just seemed to have less pieces and everything sort of fit together. That said, little things like, let me take his book and his backpack off. Little things like these parts of his body, right? They are near identical. So, I don't know if you can see the seam there. These two parts of Elmo's body click together. And they are near identical. And so and the instructions don't really tell you which part you should be using. So it's a lot of like, does this fit, does that fit? It's almost like a bit of a puzzle. But I also don't love like these bits here. You can see these bits just sort of clip on and off and spin around and all that sort of thing, a bit of fur on his arm. I don't love that. That feels a little flimsy to me. Yeah, great if you're just going to be like displaying them on a shelf or something, but if any kid's going to be playing with that, I can tell you right now, that's disappearing within the first 20 minutes. What I also don't love is maybe you notice then just how, I also find Elmo's arm really stiff, but that's not what I was going to complain about. Don't mind me getting Snapchats while I'm talking to you. You might have noticed just how easily Elmo's arm fell out of his thing then. Basically, Elmo will... See, that bit's already coming off. Elmo can sort of... See? A little bit flimsy. Not a big lover of Elmo's arms. It's a weird sentence, even in context. That's nice. It's quite harrowing, isn't it? Quite scary. Look, let me open the other two, and we'll see what I think of those two. All right, I thought I'd open Cookie Monster on film, just so you can sort of see the whole thing. This is the box, by the way. It is pretty cool. I think that means pretty cool, I guess. I like the 55 logo. That's the first time I can remember seeing the 55 logo thing. This is the first series, by the way. So we got Elmo, Cookie, Abby, and Big Bird. Why am I forgetting what Muppets are named today? There is a second lot. It has the Count, Ernie, Bert, and Oscar, I believe, but they weren't being sold. I also got these for $11 each Australian. I don't know what it converts to. About $4 US would be my guess. The economy's in the toilet. Back is just like, look, Cookie Monster can sit for all your sitting needs. And then just a fun little bit of information. It says Oz Cookie Monster. No, it doesn't. It says O2 Cookie Monster. I thought for a second they're like, oh, maybe it's like a Frank Oz reference. But that says O1 Elmo. So I guess not. Let's open her up. I'm definitely speeding this up. I made an absolute hack of that. That's fine. That's the bag that it comes in. It says Blokees figures. Oh, interesting. I think Cookie Monster's quite big, so his torso pieces are separate. This might actually help me though, because unlike Elmo, this might give you an idea of what's at the front and what's at the back. We also have his little disc, and then, I mean, look, I haven't scanned that yet, but hey, if someone wants to scan it and tell me what it does, I'm not gonna do it. I'll hold it there a little longer. Cool. So then we get his instruction sheets. So now I'm going to put him together, but I'm going to do it in a time lapse. So enjoy while I play C is for Cookie over the top.
Now what starts with the letter C? Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C. Who cares about the other things? C is for Cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for Cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for Cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, Cookie, Cookie, Cookie starts with C.
Alright, we have Cookie Monster. Probably the easiest of the lot to put together in that he's just... That said, if you slow down that thing enough, you'll see that I stuffed up a couple of times. Okay, all right. Cookie, great. Love the cookie. Has a little thing so we can hold it. That's wonderful. But you can only hold it that way, which annoys me because if you're displaying him, I want it to look like, you know, that, so people can see the cookie from the outside. I don't know. It's just a stupid little thing that I don't like. Also. Similar to Elmo, his arms are just a little bit flimsy. There's very little articulation in him, which I don't love. He's just a little stiff. Like, yeah, the arms I just find are falling off. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, they're clicking in and then they're just coming out. Also, don't know why. The back of his hands, I should say, have that. Why? I don't get it. Did you not have enough filament to print all of that, Blokees? Blokees, sorry. See? Yeah, so there we go. He also, as does Elmo, comes with, like, googly eyes. Let me see if I can swap them out. He makes sense to have googly eyes. Why did Elmo come with googly eyes? That said, I hate how clear they are. He looks ghostly, like, you know, Missy Ghost.
Me haunted forever.
Etc. So I was going to turn that off then, but I'm not, because what I'm going to do is now I'm going to do Big Bird, but I'm not going to do that on camera or anything. So bear with me, and I'll be back in a moment. And we're back. Okay, Big Bird is by far my favorite. So easy to put together. There's very little flims in this. He is a pretty solid unit. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, not a lot of articulation in it at all. Nowhere near as much as, say, Abby or Elmo. But just a really solid, beautiful build. We've got his tail there that can come on and off. I don't know why you'd ever want to take it off, but just if you want a tailless Big Bird, why not? Or if you want a hairpiece for your Donald Trump action figure. Yeah, he is solid. My favorite part, movable mouth. So you can do all your la 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 ing. And he comes with radar, which is nice. So look, there we have it. There's all four of them. I've still got Cookie's googly eyes in. Looks like a weird conga line. I get why, but I wish Big Bird was like a lot taller than the rest of them. I get why he's not. More expensive and would be weird. But you know, when you have Abby and Big Bird, I should say, practically, you know, the same size. And these are pretty big, mind you. Like, that's my hand for reference, and you don't know how big my hand is. I don't know. There's a knife for reference. Like, they're not... that's not a knife. There you go. For all of you who thought I was going to say it. Like, they're not huge, but they're a lot bigger than I expected. When I first saw them, I thought they were going to be like almost minifig size. So these were way bigger than I thought they'd be. So there's two things I want to check before I wrap this up. Number one, I've been promised something from the back of both these boxes. Cookie Monster can sit and Big Bird can sit. So let's see if they sit. Ooh. All right, so good news. They sit. Take a look. Big Bird sits. Cookie Monster more leans if you put him in the right position. But yeah, no, Big Bird is sitting perfectly fine on the little block of my niece's, my nephew's blocks, I should say. Yeah, Big Bird, I get it. Big Bird does what's on the tin. So that's it. Look, I don't know that I'd rush out and buy the other four. I know they're a completely separate thing, but with NECA putting their figures out at the moment, it's really, you know, they've set the bar so high. This is great. This I love. This is amazing. Abby, fantastic. Cookie Monster, I mean, rigid but solid. My concern is with this guy. I'm moving house in 3 weeks. That's already come off again. I can guarantee you I'm going to lose part of Elmo's arm. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Oscar the Grouch one I like. I do like the design of them, but just I hope they're not all as flimsy as these. I can see Bert being this flimsy, which concerns me. Now, I did say that there were 2 things I wanted to check before I wrapped up this thing. The next one is apparently you can swap all their heads, so I'm going to do that now. And we're back. You can, but not well. There you go. That doesn't sit on very well, but it's on there. Big Bird's head's just resting on Elmo's head. Terrifying. The 2 that worked out not bad was Abby Cookie. She's on there pretty thing, but this is one of my favorite things I've ever made. In fact, this is going to be the thumbnail. So let's make a face. There you go. So there we have it. Thank you very much for watching and sticking with me. And I'm sorry that the time lapse looked so bad. Buy them if if you've got a few bucks laying around. But I can tell you now, your kid's gonna lose. See what I mean? your kid's going to lose it. And so you have small children and you're worried about them swallowing it, don't buy it. But, you know, if you want something fun to put on your shelf, I mean, have that. There we have it. Blokees, not Blockies. Bye-bye.